Can everybody give me a hello?
Hello.
Can I get a hello? Can I get a hello?
Because people be talking low and then people be talking loud.
Can I get a hello?
Can I get a? My name is Barack Obama. I'm the 44th president of the United States of America.
I am. I don't know. I don't
What's
give a
the
fuck.
SVP?
Senior Vice President.
Why would you want more than one vice president? I'm like over these tiers in corporate America where they just is like, you know, let's just keep branching these off. You know what? You're going to be a manager. Guess what? You're going to be a senior manager. You want to be a director? Guess what? There's going to be a senior director. You want to be a VP? Guess what? Now we're going to make a fucking senior VP?
Can you just make sure your microphone, the newer, is to you?
It's not.
Yeah.
Push the clamps in.
It's already turned, Greg. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Talk with me.
Yeah, it's better now. It's so much better now.
Power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in a desired manner.
Yeah, you sound like a
You are still very low,
hotep. That's just my voice, Greg.
but the waves are low.
Is it that
Huey P. Newton.
this is not okay? I keep looking at the microphone like I guess I said too something. I don't know. I can hear me, but
Never
I'm probably
is.
gonna
You gotta be
sound
close.
loud.
You
So
gotta be close to the
Because when a pig get the jiving on you, you learn some revolutionary tactics. You take some guns and hide them in the alleyway and blow that pig away and make that pig act in a desired manner.
I like that.
no, what?
Yeah.
Yo, you say that a lot sometimes. Break
What?
down what he just said.
I don't know what the fuck he said.
So that's what I'm
I
trying
just
to
like
tell
the
you.
accent.
Okay.
You didn't hear what I said?
It was
You see
very
what I'm saying?
convincing.
Do you see that this is what he does sometimes because
said
of your
power is the
conviction?
ability-
He just like says,
Right.
yeah.
Power
Yeah.
is the ability to define phenomena. So when a pig get to jiving with you, you'll be so organized, you'll have some guns hidden out in the alleyway. You see that pig, blow him away.
No, I agree with that. Now I do agree with it.
Still, okay, fuck it.
Now I really do agree with it.
That was
Yo,
said by the leader of Black Panther.
I went to go see
Friends, family, loved ones.
what the the Woman King. That movie was all over the place. First off, and I'm tired of these fake African accents.
Why don't they just get real African people?
I don't know, but I don't even care about any of that. The funniest thing about this entire movie was that the name of the people were called the homies. The homie. So
Come on now. Was this like some off-brand movie or some shit like that?
this is what Viola Davis did. Viola Davis.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's like a play on words, like
No, it's
I
really
don't
a
know.
movie.
The name of their tribe was called the homies. So they would give all these speeches. We are the homies. Yo, I was fucking cracking up in that movie theater.
do you think that was like purposely done?
Yeah.
Why would they do? They had to know what they was doing. We are the homies.
And then you're not even saying it with the proper dialect.
Nope.
So it sounds like you saying the homies in American sense. Like,
We are the homie. You disrespect the homie?
oh,
Yeah, exactly what you're saying.
what's the chick name? what's the chick name that played in Oops? Nope.
And what?
Nope, the black chick
There's a lot of black people in
that played in Nope.
What's dope?
Nope.
that movie.
Oh, Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer.
The girl that you reach out to every year.
Yeah, I do. I ain't you just remind me.
Oh, is that time of the year?
Yeah. Kiki Palmer, it's just really cool movie.
Talk your mic.
Oh, we recorded. Kiki Palmer. What's this? She was in this movie. Starred in this movie where she was a slave. Her and her family was slaves in the woods of was it Atlanta, somewhere in Atlanta or Alabama. I don't know where they was. They was in the country, and come to find out, they was actually living in the 70s. She escaped from the plantation and ended up being on the highway in this mad, like, regular cars and trucks driving by, and she, like, was in a shell shock.
That's a good premise for him.
And then Common stopped in front of her in a pickup truck. He's like, "Hey, what's up, dawg? What you doing?" Like, and she's sitting there dressed up in the whole, like, slave attire, and he dressed up like he in the 70s. He got the hat to the side, the bell bottoms, and then he thought she was crazy, and he took her to the hospital. And when he saw that they was about to check her into the Looney Tunes, he took her away and took her in his house, and next thing you know, she saw a bunch of, like, black superhero movies at the time, and she turned into Pam Grier, basically, with the
Is this Alice?
Big Alice.
Yeah.
She put the big afro on, and she learned some revolutionary tactics. That's the reason why I start thinking about that. She learned revolutionary tactics, and that, fuck it, I'm about to go kill some white people. And she went back to the plantation, said my family is there, and she went through with Common and burned the whole shit down. Burned the whole shit down, and the movie went off by her killing the
spoiler alert,
slave master. And
if anyone didn't watch Alice,
I don't give a damn about spoiler alerts.
I do. I care about you guys. Just want to let you know.
Are you saying we don't care because we gave a spoiler alert?
No, because you guys just said you don't care.
No, I said we didn't. Don't put words in our mouth.
I didn't.
You did.
Okay.
Well, you could take for what I say literally, people.
We know.
I don't give a damn if you.
That's what I said.
If I say something in the movie that is spoiled it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
Yo,
really
there is no shooting you bill ever.
I can't be canceled. Can you be canceled? Can you be canceled for spoiling movies?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's not even about, like, being canceled. I think it's just giving people a heads up.
Yeah, you right.
That's it. You can either skip through this part, get to the topics, you know, if you want to
watch.
watch.
Why would we encourage them to skip anything? Listen to all of me.
But if it's a spoiler alert or something that they actually wanted to watch, why would we do that to them?
Or
we're not even diving into it.
You could listen to what we said, right, and then go watch it and be like, "Oh, that's what they was talking about."
Oh, you're right. That's
No one believes me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. No one believes me. Don't take any
Oh,
word.
you know what you can do? You can give them an update to your conspiracy theory from last week.
So I'm sorry. It wasn't Wilson Pickett. It was. I said his name, Greg.
You did.
Nate something.
Nat Turner. Nat Turner.
No.
It's Nat Turner. I'm positive.
Yeah.
Type in Nat Turner.
Nat Turner was the name of the ex-slave who Nate Parker played, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nat Turner.
There we go. See?
Yes.
We just wanted to give you an update, let you know that we do hold ourselves accountable when we provide you with information.
I repeat, it was not Wilson Pickett.
Yeah, he's a singer, artist.
I thought about.
Yo, if y'all get a chance, please go see The Woman King.
Okay.
It's not a good movie, but it has a lot of. There's a lot of things to discuss in that movie.
Okay. Well,
Banter. All right. Yeah, you knew that was coming.
yeah, but I didn't know it was going to sound like that.
You didn't know it was coming. I feel it coming. We let him sing that.
Na, 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 na.
In 2022.
As it ends.
Do you think it's easy? Is it? This might be controversial. In 2022, It's a 2-part question.
So say the first part.
Okay. Leave me alone.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Got me, yo.
Okay. Is it easy to be bullied in 2022?
Yes.
Why?
Because people, well,
It's not a 2-part.
I'm going to say it depends because I'm Gigi, because it also depends on the individual. But what I've seen is that since a lot of people are so enthralled and so invested in social media and the idea of likes and responses, and that kind of dictates their value in life, that when people are going against them, or if there's a collective group of people that are going against them, they feel like they either need to respond or go private or hide or don't allow any more comments. It gets to a place where you come in saying, I don't care what everyone thinks, and realizing now you're in a space where what everyone thinks is your life.
I understand that. How about you, Mr. Redmoney?
I think it's easier. Way easier. And I wouldn't say it's... No, let me retract my statement. I'd say it's just as easy as it was yesterday or years ago. But the amount of people who can like band together and be anti you in a context of a bully, that can happen with the snap of a finger. Easy. And it's been times where people have, brought harm to themselves because of how they were bullied on social media, and us as adults, and I'd say from the older generation, we didn't necessarily grow up on social media. You know what I'm saying? So the importance of social media for a child who has access to a phone, a tablet, and social media, what they see on the internet about them can matter. Like, I've seen times where a chick, or I'll say a dude was like literally beat up on the internet and picked on, and the video was remixed and people making fun of it and making funny versions of the video. Like, it can just go to totally different levels than it could when you just had three dudes standing in front of you with they fist balled up trying to take your lunch money. You know what I'm saying? It's way past that.
So it's crazy. I just changed my answer like 3 different times in my head, because I thought, no, I'm gonna say what I originally believed. I don't think it's easier to be bullied in 2022. I think as much as like, I understand the social media part of it, right? But I'm thinking, sure. But I was thinking the fact that you can turn social media off, right? You can. I know there's a whole bunch of people that be like, it's not that easy, blah blah blah. But you can.
Can I say something to
Turn
that?
social media off. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I totally agree with you.
Okay.
But Mr. Rent Money put it in a sense where it makes complete. We grew up in an era where there wasn't a social media.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what made me change my answer again.
Because it's like, it's easy to say what you don't have to remove it from you, but when that's all you know, it's like that conversation that we had about technology, that if I'm already in a life where technology is already present, and then you put me in a space where there's no technology, my life is different. I have now changed the dynamic of what I now know as life.
So I'm starting to realize, like, a lot of the questions that I have, just about in life in general, but just especially the question that I posed to us, I remember that now we have to start taking into account the different generations, right? So now I would want to rephrase the question in 2022. In 2022, do you think it's easy for our generation to be bullied?
Our generation?
Our generation.
I really think it depends on the individual and what they've strived on to allow themselves to be great. I want to believe that everyone are collectively the same as us, where we can unplug and still find meaning and value in ourselves. But there are some people that have built their value and meaning from themselves through social media.
Absolutely.
And that removing that, they don't see any other meaning or value to themselves. And that's because of our creativity and how we've been able to strive in this era so much than working in your regular 9 to 5. Although I want to say it's not easy to bully us, it's also different if that's your bread and butter too.
So this might be a little bit insensitive, but is being bullied a mindset?
No, that's a real thing. Because the mindset is not only by the person who's being bullied, it's also by the person who's doing the bullying.
Okay.
And this behavior was ultimately passed down from someone who bullied them. And also, it's important for me to think about the context, the various contexts in which a bully can be displayed, or having a bully mindset or bully characteristics. Bully-like characteristics can be in different forms. For example, people are bullied by their parents.
Absolutely.
And not only as youths. Like, I was talking to someone the other day about how there's a bully-like mindset that was actually passed down from older generations of parents who have this way of thinking like, yo, I can say and do whatever I want to you because you're my child. I could disrespect you like crazy. I could talk to you like crazy. Do everything to you that you know you wouldn't stand for yourself as an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
that's bullying as well. And I would say specifically to your what you asked about, how is it easy in 2022 for adults to be bullied, I would say in that context, that is definitely, or it can be. No, it is. I would say it's broadly something that many adults deal with who have their parents around.
I get you, and I don't want to harp on this because this should have definitely just been a topic. I'm so sorry. But I don't know. I just feel like when I believe the older you are, and if I'm being insensitive, I'm sorry. I'm really just thinking about it from a logical and a more black and white perspective. If you don't want to be around something, you can remove yourself.
That's through experience and discernment and finding value within yourself. But that's also through growth. Because if you're stuck in a cycle and you don't see value, or you don't know, or even set expectations for yourself, then you're going to fall for anything. And I know how you're seeing it, because you're thinking of unlogical Greg, how Greg going to...
If I don't want to be there, if I don't like the way someone's talking to me, if I don't like the way I'm being treated, I'm leaving.
Absolutely. Right. And I feel the same way, and I think Mr. RENTMONEY carries the same thought process.
Sure. But then, sorry not to cut you off, but that's why I believe it's a mindset.
Yes, but that mindset can still be broken down and still has to be redeveloped. So everyone doesn't get to the same place that you are in the same time frame that you are.
1,000%.
And that's why we know that there are, unfortunately, people that are in toxic situations where they know that they can get out of it, but they haven't known anything better outside of what they know. History has shown them is that this is what is not even healthy for them, but it's like a bad habit. unless you break out of that cycle, and that's something that happens between you and that situation, because you might try to remove yourself, but if you still haven't allowed yourself to heal or grow from it, you're gonna find yourself in that same cycle again. So it's like that's why generational curses is a thing.
Absolutely.
Is that you may not even want to live it, but you've been so submerged in it that it no longer becomes toxic. It's a way of life. Like, how can you tell me that the way that I've been living is wrong? Is this is the only life that I've known? And it's sad because you say that it's ignorance, and I say, but this is how I grew up.
But it's still ignorance. Because it's an absence of knowledge. It's not necessarily like I'm shaming you because it's how you live your life.
Yeah.
It's literally because you don't understand that there is an alternative.
Absolutely,
right?
I agree with you.
So yeah, that's the only
now that you're bringing that up, doesn't mean that now all of a sudden tomorrow I'm gonna figure that out.
Absolutely.
Now that you're giving me this whole different insight of life, now I have to break out of that habit of me seeing that. Yeah, but that's being proactive and cognizant, because you can tell me better. That don't mean I want to do better.
1000%.
So so even if I say, okay, because I agree with you, Greg, but I'm just giving you a perspective. So it's not that I'm not telling you that you're wrong. It's
because I understand what you're saying too.
It's sometimes it's hard. It's like sometimes when there's people in that mindset, it's like talking to a brick wall. You can give them all the different reasons. You can give them facts. You can give them research. You can even give them real empathy and stories and experience, and they will not see different because they're locked in.
Yeah, some people decide not to change for various reasons. Fear is what they know.
But again, it's a mindset. So.
But yeah, that's the only reason why I was wondering, like, is bullying and like. And I didn't want to come across insensitive, but it definitely is a mindset. And for those of you who can't break that mindset, please seek help.
It's hard though, Greg, because even now you say that and you speak to the masses who now have gone into a world that social media is your go-to. Even with being on podcasting, in order for this to even thrive, guess what? We have to be on social media.
Facts.
Like it's certain things that in order for you to be in a certain environment and to be great, there is the likes. There is that point where you think about, even with us, Greg, you think about what you say before you say it. You're cognizant now more than ever. Like Mr. Rent Money, you take a moment when you're gathering your thoughts to take into account that whatever we say now, once Greg clicks upload, it's out there. It can never be taken away. Not edited out, and if it is edited out, somebody already got the original version.
Yep, tell that to Nori.
Shout out to you, Nori. Look. Content is content, you know what I'm saying?
Content is content.
You got the views, you got the money, now you got to figure out how to say the brand. That's it. Let's move on to topics, Greg. Oh, we got to say hi to everybody.
Show.
Let's say hi. Hi.
Wow, can we give an intro and everything first?
Yeah.
Yeah, just fade yourself out. Here we go.
What was that noise?
You're wrong. You're wrong. Yeah. Gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
I'm not in denial.
Allow that shit to is multiplied.
I just want y'all to know why that intro was playing. Gigi and Mr. Rent Money was trying to communicate something and it just wasn't happening.
You want me to tell you what I was saying?
Sure. I would love to know what you were saying because that joke was, I was like, what?
It's going to upset me.
What?
Stop telling him what to do with the music. Do like can things.
Oh. It's just communication.
Yeah. Stop saying it over the mic.
My bad. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Convo 91 of Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi. I am the person that speaks first. I think it played. Did it play? Yes, it did play. I don't have headphones on. I don't know why. I'm sorry, but I am
Turn mad
Greg, and
low.
I am happy to be here today. And I'm also joined by my brother, Mr. Rent Money. Mr. Rent Money, how's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling like a villain, trying to make killing like Pat Willing. You know how I do when I come through. I'm here. I'm
You
here.
are.
I'm here.
You
I'm
are.
enjoying myself. I feel good. I feel great.
Hey,
Yo, it's good to always feel good.
I like that.
People don't do that too often.
Yeah.
And we're also joined by
Gigi.
I'm not your sister today.
you are my sister every day. How's it
Hi,
going, Gigi?
everyone. This week actually has been really busy, but really like exciting. We had like a State of Union at my job today. Well, not today. This week where we were speaking with the senior VP, and I guess he's called general manager too. And we were just kind of giving us our thoughts about like the company and what we see like growth in our ideas. And I had hit the jackpot, and I didn't even know. I thought my thoughts and even aspirational ideas of the company was already thought about, and they weren't. So now I'm starting to be where I know I should have been, in the rooms that I need to be in with the right people,
Yeah.
being able to make change. I'm not out here answering to people anymore. I'm out here making decisions, and I like it. So I'm just in a place where I feel like things are aligning for me, where I need to be and the rooms I need to be in is working, and I like it. And even outside of my career, my personal life is working. Like everything just seems to be prospering in its greatness. And I'm just really grateful not only to be on episode 91 with you gentlemen and you amazing individuals that are listening to us, but just to be around great guys. Like, we about to be alright.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like episode 300. And are we going back to, remember when we were saying episode 91? I'm really excited. And morning sex is a vibe. Greg, how are you?
Okay. Great to know. I'm good. I had a cold all week, and I honestly thought today I wasn't gonna be here, but we are here. I feel like I'm breathing a lot better, which is great.
Yeah.
I was dying this week.
Yes, he was, y'all. He sounded like, I don't even want to use the word, but he just didn't
I
sound
fell
right.
asleep in my car.
That wasn't safe.
That's how sick I was.
Yeah.
Where were you when you fell asleep in your car?
He was parked, but he
Yeah, I was parked at the Starbucks.
yeah. He was parked.
Oh, if you saying Starbucks and you was in our area.
Yeah, he was okay.
Yeah.
But
I was
still,
fine.
you shouldn't
But-
be sleeping in your car.
But I would say, even though I was sick, so I've been driving up and down the Parkway, taking
Yeah.
my daughter to school. The trees are beautiful.
Yeah, and the foliage in the time, yeah. When it changes,
Yo, you see the green and the orange
and the
Mhm.
red,
yellow, and
yeah.
red. I was like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I just think people need to take, if you're driving, if you're just walking, you probably won't get in Jersey City too often. But
Yeah.
go on a hike or something.
And if you're in Jersey, try to take 78 West. It's a nice ride too.
Absolutely. I drove that today.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's just trees.
There's a scenic
and-
route if you keep going down farther too. That's really nice as well. If you take 78 West.
That shit is beautiful. So, I don't know. I think that was just all, what's the word I'm looking for? I think that would sum up, the week for me. Just, I took a chance to.
I
took
love that.
time to
Yeah.
recognize the beauty around
Because
me.
of the way that you've been moving, I just feel like to know that you've actually taken a moment, especially knowing that you were sick, so it had to put you on your ass a little bit. But to take the moment
I
to
hate
just
being sick.
appreciate just nature. I was talking to, shout out to you, Baylor, that one thing that I love is just scenery. Like whether it's a nice body of land or a meadow or trees. Like I just love looking at nature and having like a nice view, watching a sunset. Like it's beautiful.
Fall is the best season.
I agree. Shout out to the Scorpios out there. Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah. So, I'm glad everyone's here, well, alive,
Yes.
chilling. You want to get to some topics?
Yes, we can. Oh, okay. That means it's me. Yes, we planned it ahead of time. Look at us being great.
Who want to go first?
No. I got it. I'm gonna.
Yo, on the playback last week, I was dying.
When you heard me say no.
Don't you dare.
Like, no. All right. So the topic that I have today is, do you believe that sex lessens in a relationship as you starting progress your commitment with that individual?
Like you talk about commitment,
yes, from
long-term
from
relationship.
the dating stages
for
to
sure.
your boyfriend and girlfriend to fiance to we married to there's probably some babies. Is there a difference in that dynamic when it comes to sex
I would say
drive?
specifically marriage.
And are we talking about women, men, both? Break that
Women.
down to me, because you both have gone through these processes of life. I haven't gotten there yet, but I know as a woman and where I stand, but I'm very curious to know what your experiences are.
Well, for starters, what sex oftentimes begins to be used, and when you hear that sound, it naturally makes you want to realize how sex can be used as a weapon within.
You're dumb, yo. I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't know what I
hate
missed.
you.
Did I miss something?
He was trying to say, because he heard the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to say that when you hear those sounds, trying to relate to the topic.
See,
it
man,
nothing to do with the damn topic.
you could have just still just roll with the punches, man. They don't know. They don't know what's going on, but now they do.
Taking it out.
Look, but check this out. Sex can be used as a weapon.
Example.
Well, you did this, so you're not getting sex.
Oh my gosh.
Or you said this, so you're not getting sex.
Oh
so
my
I didn't get my way.
Incentive.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
oh yeah, you do this for me. Oh, when it's a bargaining thing. That's
OMG. That's not a woman that enjoys sex. That's a woman that uses sex as like you said. Okay.
I'll
see.
give you sex. What? That just sounds crazy. I'll give you sex if you do this. It begins to be blatant. Or can be. I don't know. Everybody have different experiences, but this is a common narrative.
When it comes to a marriage aspect for you.
Yes.
That's crazy.
To answer your question directly,
Yeah.
the longer you are together, the less the sex becomes.
Why?
1,000%.
But is that on the woman's
it
side
is
or the men's
definitely on
side?
the woman. And let me not speak for every. And the experiences that I've had, it's been with the woman. It's like when you first started, you like rabbits, hang manga changa slang slang bang bang every 5 minutes. It's just great.
Yeah.
And then you get into the relationship, and then the relationship is cool. You still getting it. I would say, I don't know, you looking at 3 times a week.
And this is still on the woman, not the guy.
Yeah.
The guy would want it 5 days a week, but the woman only wants to give
you
it
talk to
3.
someone who I could have sex every day
Okay.
and be great.
Okay.
But yes. So now you at 3 times a week, but then it's like when you start living together and you seeing each other every day, it's like now it's going down to maybe once a week.
And then this is still on the woman's side, not the man's side.
In my experience, yes.
Okay.
But now when babies,
Okay.
fuck marriage,
Okay.
babies,
Okay.
and I think I would love to talk to
a woman.
What's the woman doctor? A gynecologist who can support this theory.
Okay.
I believe when a baby is coming, when you are removing a piece of yourself, like a piece of yourself is coming out of your body, aliens.
Okay.
But a piece of your body, a piece of yourself is coming out, and I think that has a big deal to do with your sex drive.
So you're saying that even mothers are not horny anymore?
I don't know if they not horny or not, but the sex is just.
Is it because maybe they're kind of worried more on maternity, they wanna?
I don't know.
And is that the same for you, Mr. Rent Money, where you feel that once in this situation where once the baby was born, that also changed, or was it a marriage thing?
Yeah, there was a significant difference when my son was born. But where there's a will, there's a way.
I agree. I mean, and by all means, I haven't yet have a child or have been married, but I'm still in a space where I actively want to do my person as much as I can when I can. And even like when we have children, it's like even more exciting because now I got to be like more creative about when I can do it and when I can.
That's what you say now.
Wow, that's really
What Greg said.
I've just seen it so many times, like with so many different like of course I have female friends, but it's like once that baby comes out the vagina, it's like you don't want nothing else going back in there.
I want all the things to go back. See, I don't. Again, I'm not there yet, and I'm just knowing me as a person and what I like and how often I like it.
But can I throw in a caveat to this?
Okay.
Because I do believe that is only the case in a relationship. I believe I think if you have a baby, but you are still in the streets, you'll be fine.
Listen, I don't necessarily agree with what you said about the baby aspect, but I have my own conclusion that I've come up with.
And what's that?
Or hypothesis or whatever you want to say.
What's that?
Is that a lot of times she might be smashing somebody else.
Ooh.
Told you, if you in these streets.
No. See, like,
I think it's just the relationship part.
But that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on actual relationships. Something that I started being a little bit cognizant of is that, like, some people say, and not all, but like as they, like you guys are saying, are in relationships for long terms, their sex is not as often as usual. And I also understand that when you have children, obviously, and you're also working, that, you know, your free time is not as much. But I know that I'm still going to want my person. Like, I think my person when I'm at work. I mean, I guess I love my dog, but I guess that's different than a child.
Yeah, you definitely did just jump right over what I just said. I mean, we had a full conversation about what Greg perspective joint.
Yeah.
Then when I said the joint with the it might be she smashing, we started talking about.
Well, because I wanted to bring it to me because I didn't want to assume that every woman that now has a.
I didn't say every woman, but it's just very.
It's definitely a thought. It's perspective.
If she getting it from somewhere else, and she already good on that note, then by the time she see you, she through.
Is that a relationship still then?
Whatever that's what I'm saying. Whatever you want to call it, but as far as the topic of the sex lesson, you know, I find it that sometimes, you know, a woman can make justification for her wrongdoings based off of her own mental, like in her mind that makes it right. You know, you were doing this, so this is why, and so it feels right to them because of what's going on in their minds. I'm only just spectating and coming up with my own conclusion, but I say, speaking from my experience, all I could do is talk about my experience. I'm not saying this is every case with every marriage out there or relationship.
You're just speaking from your experience.
I'm just saying,
and I respect that.
Me,
I think the answer this question, Gigi. Who do you believe has a higher sex drive, man or woman?
Okay, so very interestingly enough,
Don't
with the
take it
conversation
off
that I had
yourself.
prior, yeah, that's why I can't. I feel like men usually do.
Okay.
But then I also realize who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm having this conversation, I'm automatically assuming that men have a higher sex drive than women.
They do.
But what I found in my relationships, transparency, everyone, is that some of my partners have made believe that I may be wanting to have sex more than them. And if that, and finding myself in a situation as a woman, for me, one, it blows my mind because I'm just like, if I'm supposed to be the being that doesn't want it as much as you do, and now I'm in a space where now I'm being questioned that I want it more than you do, either you just don't want me as more than you do, or I'm just in a different bracket of females. And then knowing that, again, I don't have children, so I don't know if that changes, but still now, not saying that it's guaranteed that I want to have sex every day, but I'm open to the idea of having sex. As long as my vagina's not falling out of my body, we can make this work. There's other things that we can do. I'm cognizant of the idea that,
different.
And that's what I'm saying is that I don't always need to technically have sex to be intimate with my partner in order to enjoy them every day. And I'm even thinking about even having children. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm out here like trying to bust it wide open with my baby trying to sleep, but I will make sure that me and my partner may be taking showers so we both can relieve ourselves.
And that's fine. Like I would say, in full, I guess in all fairness, the intimacy or the way you guys were experiencing intimacy changes over time, which is cool. Like, yes, now instead of she want to smash all the time, she want to talk. And you know,
that's not my intimacy.
I'm just saying, but
I understand what
everyone
you're
has
saying.
their own levels or
Because
what
I
they
want to be able
consider
to talk to my
intimate.
partner all the time.
Like, check this out.
You need to
To
respect.
speak directly to respond directly to what you said about how, you know, you don't need to always have sex with your partner. In theory, I understand what you're saying. A nice conversation, a great conversation.
No, that's not what I mean when I say
No,
that.
that's not her love. No.
I'm
Okay,
giving
okay.
an example.
Because like, you guys are both on the same page, but my intimacy is
No,
different than
no, I know what your intimacy is.
Okay.
Excuse me, Greg.
You know what I'm
So it's outside of sex, a nice conversation, or even a nasty conversation, or even just holding each other naked and not even doing anything, or just staring at each other.
That sounds like all female things that females want to do.
No.
What would a man want to do?
Actually,
a man would want to do that too. You just want to just.
You spoke for me, and then you
okay, because that's what it sounded like.
Just chill.
Okay.
Just chill for a second.
I'm chilling. Let me get ice.
I'm giving you an example of different type of things I think about intimate ways to be involved with my lady in my adulthood.
Okay.
But that's in theory.
Okay.
I'm just trying to imagine just being ass naked with my wife, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the idea. Like, we just gonna be naked and hold each other. No. But I'm literally looking at all of this gyrating body parts, and we gonna kiss each other. So it's like,
after a while,
touching
I
and
want
rubbing
my junk inside you.
See, and that
don't care whether you can give me a hand job, you can suck my junk. I want to be inside.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you that, like, that's not a problem if I'm in that type of relationship. But I also am cognizant of sometimes you are tired. Sometimes there's things that in that day you may want to be great and you're not. And I'm telling you that there's other ways that I'm still gonna allow you to be great. And what I'm also saying is that I'm not gonna always assume what I want to do to you is what you want as your intimacy level. Maybe you are the man that needs to have sex, but maybe there's other things that's intimate that you may also need. Maybe you like hand jobs on Thursdays, head on Wednesdays. you know what I'm saying, a little twerk session on Tuesdays. We can make this work. It's all about having a conversation with your partner, because I know that I have my sense of intimacy, but I can't just assume that my partner's sense of intimacy is the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to respect your partners.
I want to say yes, and
you want to say you just say yes.
I just want to say that
that's a conversation
really
that people or women don't want to have. It's like that whole when we talk about, because I mainly hear women talking about love language, but if I heard you say it one time, it was like, if my love language is physical touch, sex, then respect.
Yeah,
that like that's and that's logical. Like you giving me this format, and the love language book that this whole thing is based on is a format.
Yes.
Some people love language is this, others is that, and so on, so on. If someone's love language is physical touch, sex, sexual activity, then it should be respected.
I agree. But then it's the same thing for that person that knows that their love language is physical touch and now has to have a conversation with their partner and their love language is affirmations. You have to respect that too. So now there's either a compromise, or you guys think that your love languages are not compatible.
No, I believe you need there needs to be respect on both ends.
That can be the case.
And the thing the thing that you can't do is just say that like yours is more important than mine.
Absolutely not.
But that happens very often.
But it happens because there's no compromise. If I'm telling you this is what I like and you telling me this is what you like, obviously we don't like the same things. And if there's no reasoning between how can I help you make sense of what I like to make this work for you, then we're never going to work. But if we stay, then that's not a us problem, that's a you problem. So you essentially
said if there's no compromise, then every single time the woman that's literally you said the reason why you just said.
I never said woman.
What are we talking about, dude? We talking two dudes?
I'm talking about relationships in general. I'm saying
Greg just said you responded directly to what Greg said. Okay. So yes, you're talking about a woman and a man. No,
it could be the other way around. In my situation, it seems like physical touch may be something for me than another person. I understand, but I'm trying to tell you that I wasn't basing it off gender. I'm basing it off a scenario.
Whether okay.
That's all. I don't think that it's based off just women or men.
If a person's love language is sexual activity, you said the reason why. You said the reason, if there's no compromise, the reason why there's no sex in that situation is because there was no compromise, which means you said, and I'll repeat, you said the reason why there was no sex. So just let's start right there.
I didn't say there was no sex. Want me to tell you what I said?
There was no compromise.
Yeah. So
there was no sex.
And there was no words of affirmation.
I know. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But the sexual act the sexual act wasn't done.
The words of affirmation wasn't done.
What are you talking about? Words of affirmation?
Because the thing is, my whole point was that, like, yes, I get it. My partner's love language could be, like you said, could be affirmation, and mine is physical touch. Just never in any situation say that your love language is more important than mine. No, that's not how it works. Just because
that's what I'm speaking directly.
And I feel like, especially when it comes to like physical touch, when it comes to sex, because there's energy exerted in sex that people automatically assume, people automatically put that as like, that is not as important as words of affirmation or gifts or whatever the other love languages are, because of the energy that's exerted in physical touch or whatever. And I think that's complete bullshit.
And the weaponizing aspect of it. That is so key in this topic. Like that's like that's so much of a common narrative and topic that is not only amongst men but women as well. Like knowing the power that's behind it and abusing it.
I got a funny joke, but I'll save it for later.
Knowing the power that's behind
Gigi.
the sex.
I'm not putting this on you. I'm just generalizing.
I don't think it's on me because I don't think that way.
Good.
I just think that your experiences have shown that maybe the individuals that you have chosen doesn't respect the way that you wanted or needed to be loved. And I'm saying is that having open conversation and dialogue and having an understanding of how each other has learned what love is and how it means to them, and being able to work through that instead of just assuming that this is the way that I'm supposed to be loved, so you're supposed to be loved that same way. It doesn't work that way. I can't say that just because I like words of affirmation that that's the way that you're going to be loved. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to fulfill you the way that you're going to be fulfilled. But if I have the open dialogue with you and I say, hey babe, what do you do or what do you need either to show love or how you feel loved, and you say it's act of service or receiving gifts, now I'm like, oh, me telling you that you're great meant nothing to you. It did nothing. But if I'm not having that conversation, I'm going to still be doing the same way that I feel like I'm loved to you.
That's utopian thought.
It's not utopian thought.
I think
that the fact that we're in 2022 and being so open to the research and conversations and podcasts is that there's always a different viewpoint. And if you allow yourself to take a moment to realize that everybody doesn't think like you do, and even your partner may have similarities but didn't grow up in the same background as you, I didn't always have the same experiences as you, so the way that they're going to respond in certain situations is not always going to be like you.
But the thing is, apply that same logic to the other way, and that is what happens more times out of 10.
If you just think about, take sex out of it, take relationships out of it, think about how common it is for people to abuse power when they have when they're in the position to have leverage over someone, or just at a job, just any type of example you can think of is way more common for people to understand that they have some type of leverage in this situation. Yes, there are people who have a good code of ethics, some better than others. But let's not stray away from the reality that people take advantage of power. So in the context of in which we're talking about, power or pussy power, it's used and abused all of the time.
I wish I had penis power.
No, you don't.
I wish. I think I've had it once where it was like she was craving me and I controlled it. Like, nah, bitch, it's my dick.
Greg like that. I wish I could see his face. He looks mischievous.
The bitch. No, but seriously.
Maintain it. No, that's a lot.
Seriously though, I believe, like, I understand exactly what you're saying, Gigi. I really do. And Mr. Red Money, I do understand what you're saying too about just like some sex is weaponized, especially in long-term relationships. I mean, you see it on TV all the time. But just what you're saying, Gigi, I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I just think what me and I'll speak for myself. When I say that, like, sex is at the bottom of the totem pole of the love languages, of like the physical touch at the bottom of the totem pole, meaning that if my love language is physical touch and yours is affirmation comes first.
No, I think that what your experience has put you in a situation where you've allowed a woman's feelings to be above yours. I get that. because of I think that in your experience, you've allowed a woman's feelings to go above yours. Because you saying that what my wants are less significant.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, what you're saying is what my wants are less significant because what my person wants is more important.
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that that happens.
That's what I'm.
It's not even about I'm not even talking about me in general.
But that's what you just said. You
No,
said
I'm
me.
saying-
In
no.
my experience, you said I'm gonna just talk for me.
No, what I was saying, what I was saying for me, what I believe happens more often than not.
I think it's people experiences, and I think, and you're not wrong, Greg, but because I think about if I was younger and I didn't know better, then yes, that would be the conversation that I would be having. But now, and the person that I am now, I'm more cognizant and more aware of the time that and energy I'm going to spend. So if our love languages don't match,
you believe that? Okay, out of all of the billions of people in this earth, that this example that Greg is saying is just something that he relates to.
That's what I'm getting at.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're saying like, that's just something you experienced. So Mr. Rent Money, that's what you experienced.
No, because when before he brought it up, he said, "I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for Mr. Rent Money." And then he said it. Then he said, "I'm not." So that's what I'm saying. When he said
I'm
it,
saying just experience.
I know that it has happened to people, but he specifically said, "I'm speaking for myself."
I misspoke. I was trying to say was, what I believe is that that the physical touch is at the bottom of the totem pole, and if that is someone's love language, it is usually superseded over the other ones.
Why?
I don't know, but that's just usually how it is.
I believe it's because the whole love language thing is literally pushed mainly by women.
No, love language is made by men.
No, I didn't say.
Okay.
I didn't say. I was when I even said that I was clear that
it's pushed by women.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that when the man made it, that he knew the main people who was gonna be supporting this is women.
Okay.
Same reason why Steve Harvey made the think like a woman, but pandering to women. This whole love language thing, I mainly hear women, even though guys definitely comply with it in a sense, but for the most part, the whole abiding by the structure of it is mainly pushed by women. And because I believe because of that very reason, women are able to dictate which love language is more important.
Okay. I don't agree, and I'm going to explain to you why. Ooh. The reason why I feel like love language has even been so prominent now is because women have always tried to figure out men and how they were able to help them love them. I think it's really hard as men growing up when you're not really being able to tap into your emotions or your feelings as much as you want to, or be able to explain to people the things that you want, because you're supposed to just be a man and take care of home. And so when love languages were created, it set a tone where it's just like, hey, as a woman, these are the things that I know that I need. And hey, this is a nice little chart to help you understand maybe things that you weren't able to articulate to me what you need.
But a man created this.
Yes.
Okay.
To articulate to me what you need. And so when a man is seeing this and he's seeing these different love languages, he automatically sees physical touch, that works for me. And that then allows him to say, hey, guess what? I like physical touch. Instead of just saying that I just like having sex with everyone. No, this is the way that I receive love, and this is how I show love. Women are now being open to the idea of having a conversation instead of thinking that you're a nymphomaniac, and realizing that, okay, in your history of how you've been developing and understanding love, physical touch is how you're able to respond to it. That's why it was created, to help y'all talk to your partner about what you need in order for you to be the man that you need to be for them, because that's the problem, is that men don't know how to say, hey, I need you to suck my dick at least 3 times of the week, and I want to have sex with you at least 4 times of the week, instead of saying that the way that I'm able to receive love is that I need you to touch me. What? Why y'all laughing? Y'all can't say that?
No, because that's not true. We can say those things, and it comes across completely different.
It's like you can say it. I thought we was gonna disagree just that.
Yeah.
It's like we can say
it.
But if you do, it's gonna open up another can of worms. It's like, because it's not I can't speak for all women.
Okay.
And I can't even speak for any women at all. But when I say this, I'm just only going off of my experience with women. There are some women who are just flat out, this is, I'd rather hear you say this is what you want exactly. Gigi. And I will do it or not. And then there are some women who want to play this damn mind trick shit with you where they say they want you to do something, and when you do it, it's
taken off like you're trying to be disrespectful. And all I want to say to that, and I apologize to cut you off, is sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If I came
not always.
I want to say, like, and I agree with you, because especially if I'm not attracted to you or want to receive that energy you giving me, it's not going to be reciprocated. However, if I'm open in dialogue with my partner and I want to better understand them, and it's not saying, hey, I want to get my dick sucked every day. It's understanding, like, hey, babe, like, how I like to be loved or how I receive love is this way. Does that make sense to you? Now, like, say that your partner says, no, that don't make sense to me. I think that makes you, as at that moment, as a man, you make your decision to decide if you want to stay there or not. You've allowed them to know what you wanted. They told you what they can do. And now you make your decision if this is a conducive relationship for you, or now you take how your love language is on the back burner and give her words of affirmation, and now your dick is dry.
That is logical.
Wow.
Yeah.
My person, if you're out there listening to me, I will never let your dick be dry.
Wow. Oh, keep passing that, King. That is a very logical approach, and I respect it. I do.
Just go to therapy.
And I pray.
If you're not able to have those conversations, go to therapy.
And I pray that in the next situation I get in, that is how it is.
Go in there, like. The thing is, as we're adults, we actually know more about ourselves than we can tell anybody else at this point.
But you also got to take it to, I'm about to sound like you.
Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Not everybody, but I feel like us.
Right.
I was literally about to say, but you also got to take it to account. I don't like that.
That's okay. Go ahead.
People change over time.
Absolutely. And that's why I think it's always great to have open dialogue with your person, is that, like, yes, maybe when I came to it, physical touch was my thing, but now I realize, like, I need more than that. And now you're able to have open dialogue with your partner. Like, I just think that we're just at a place now. Maybe if we're in our 20s and maybe we're teenagers, we can't have these conversations. But we know ourselves. We know what we need. And if anything, even when it comes to our partner, we're now in a place of what is going to make our lives better, not worse. So why am I going to waste my time with somebody that's not going to take my love language into consideration because they care more? I don't need to waste my time with you.
Let's tie it back to banter, because it's a mindset. Because if you're taught one thing all of your life, how can you possibly change it?
Because the idea that when you welcome someone in your life, you realize this is not a life about you, it's a life with someone else. That's with any relationship. You're on a planet and they're on a planet, and you guys go and you guys create your planet together.
1,000%.
So that's understood. It's when you take this, when you decide that you want to be on the passenger seat in your car that you call life, that's when you know that that's your partner. So if you don't feel safe enough to be in the passenger of your car with your partner, then you shouldn't be with that person.
Agreed. I don't disagree.
And that's why I'm just like, I feel like now at our age, it's a joke to say that I'm about to sit here and have somebody belittle the way that I need to be loved because they think that the way that they need to love is more than me.
It's a joke that's told over and over again.
It's not. Well, okay. But I'm saying we don't need to make it a joke, because as adults and individuals on this podcast, I think every experience in our life up until this point has shown us there's no reason to settle for some bullshit. We're at this point where we could either be alone and still strive and be great, or allow someone else to be great with us, but not to bring us down.
Yeah, but that's not everyone's mindset.
I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about us.
No,
Everyone
I
else,
agree with you.
Be better, be greater, but also just work on you. Because everyone's get it moment is not always at the right moment. But when you get it, you'll know. You could keep running your head against the wall, but eventually you'll break through something.
That's deep. Cool.
I would say to end this up in a bow. I'm gonna be the freakiest mama, wife, great grandmom,
I pray that
great
for you.
great grandmom, and me and my husband. We gonna do it. We're gonna do it everywhere. So shout outs to you, husband.
We can do it anywhere. I can love you in the shower. Both of our bodies dripping wet in the living room. As I softly through your hair.
We can do it. And don't pull my hair when I'm like 80 years old.
The nigga said forget the words, but just do the beat.
No,
I
don't
like
pull
the
it when I'm
way
80.
your body feels on top of mine.
Just take your
Damn,
time.
I gotta download
You
that.
gotta like, girl, you know.
Would you date a bald-headed
I
chick?
like it slow. And I know
Next
you
question.
like it too, baby. Just
No,
keep
cause I ain't hear you.
I feel it
Oh,
now.
who
I feel it too. It's shivering.
So you want me to go?
Ooh,
You
Yeah,
go.
so check this out. I have this theory that usually the women who are left and right telling people about themselves, if somebody sneezed the wrong way that they ain't like, or they tell them about themselves, or if this person do something that rubbed them the wrong way, they tell them about themselves. I have this theory that usually women who do that don't like to be held accountable for their own actions. Yeah. And it's ironic because you walk around handing vapors out like you Bismarck Key, but you don't want to look in the mirror and look at your own flaws.
I'm staring at the mirror.
Can I take it off of women and say that's everybody?
Because
Because there's a lot of men who do that shit too.
Yes, there is a lot of men that do that
That
too.
would be
Thank you,
doing
babe.
like what happens on social media when a guy makes a valid point about a woman and then the women in the comments, oh, but men do it too. But
they
men,
do.
no, but that's not what the question. The topic is not.
You're right.
That's the
fair.
that's
fair.
and
that's
that's
fair.
the issue.
Sounds
That's the
misogynist to
issue.
me.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
the issue. We're not even talking about you. It's not even so. Why are you even talk? That's like the women who be saying, happy Father's Day to me because I'm a single. Man, sit your ass down. You ain't no happy Father's Day, nothing. What you talking about? It's the same shit. Like, the topic is not about you.
Yeah.
It's about things. It's something that a woman is doing. Period. Just like there are topics about things that men do. It's no need for nobody, a man in that situation to be chiming in, but it's way more common. I look at the comments. I swear,
You're saying
I be
people are just being
scanning.
too sensitive.
No, specifically, it be women mainly in the comments every time they see something about, a valid point that a man is making about something that a woman does, and it's usually about a lack of accountability. And in this topic, when I'm saying a woman who is usually telling everybody about themselves and then don't want to be held accountable for their own actions, usually
That's
in the
just
comments that be the women who do that.
It's people the women who lack self-awareness, I would say.
Explain. What do you mean?
Like that woman probably doesn't realize, one, that you're talking shit about other people for what? Like what do you gain from telling someone that they sneeze wrong?
No, that was an exaggerated response.
I know,
I mean,
his
like,
responses
you know,
exactly.
just being offended. You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna be offended all of the time, and there are people who need to make some sort of conflict every single time. Like I'm a firm believer of picking your battles. Everything don't need to be given energy. And some people, some women in particular, believe that their energy needs to be invested in some sort of quarrel at the drop of a dime if someone offends me. That type of thing.
I got you.
Oh, you wrote me this one.
Go for it.
I was going to say that. Oh, those are the words I was going to say. I had my hand picky up, and I thought about it. What did you say, Greg?
Oh, I was saying that women who do that are usually they lack self-awareness of themselves.
Yes.
Or not even understanding. Meaning,
Okay.
like they don't even understand how that looks.
Okay, I know what I was going to say. Or it's also a distraction. If I keep pointing out what everyone else is doing wrong, then you're not going to worry about what I'm doing wrong. And if I'm already ahead of the game and I tell you that your shoes is dirty, everybody's paying attention to your shoes and not realizing that my dress got a stain on it. So it's just about
Like the chick with the plate. Y'all see that video? The chick with the plate?
yeah,
Oh, what she called?
low vibrational.
Yeah, she had a plate that I
Had
don't
like
know.
cheeseburgers, hot dogs, chicken.
And another girl had a plate that
dogs.
like it had a bunch of mess on
No,
it.
no, that's the one that had mess on it. Hers just had chicken, maybe in like corn or something like that.
Yeah, it was the dumbest fucking correlation to the vibe. Like,
What I don't agree with how that was said, but what the girl that was actually getting told upon.
please defend it.
I'm not defending it.
Defend it. Go ahead.
But the idea of the situation, although it was in poor taste, was don't allow people to give you whatever they want to give you. Is that you have the option and you have the power to say no and to control what people give you. So
That's
just
what you got
because
from
people
that?
no, that's what they tried to explain from it. Like after she went on a girl play, she said, "You see, this is not even just about food. This is about life. Don't just let people put food on your plate. Don't just take anything that people give you."
If I find this video, can
Find
you play
value.
the audio?
I don't want to do that because it's just an idea because it was in poor taste because although they say that this person was close to this person, you still knew that you were being recorded and you instead of pulling your sister or friend to the side and saying that friend, we're in this event, we're holding ourselves at a certain stature, I need you to kind of like put the hot dogs and cheeseburgers away, maybe eat that in your room, instead of trying to make it a lesson, which for you, this is your event. So even if this is low vibrational food, you paid for it. This is your event.
First off, if you want to eat a cheeseburger, a hot dog, you eat that cheeseburger. I don't let nobody tell you what the hell to eat.
Yes, but if you're in a situation where you don't find value in yourself and you need someone to put value in you to find value in yourself, then yes, you're going to allow somebody to tell you and talk to you that way. Bullying.
You just confused me.
No, it's the same thing with bullying. Is that when you don't have value in yourself and you and you allow people to dictate the value that you have within yourself, then anything that anybody says devalue you. You don't have your own value. You don't have a worth. You don't see value in yourself. So anything that anybody says, how great I am or how sucky I am, like that constitute who I am that day.
I understand.
No?
No, I get you. Yeah, I get you.
It doesn't make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay. And I think that it goes back to the bullying is that if you have value in yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, you're going to keep pushing. But if you live your life dictated on what people feel about you, then you're always going to be based off of, you're going to move how everybody feel like you're supposed to move. And so for that woman that feels like she needs to tell everyone about themselves, the thing is that
The women.
That's what I said.
You said that woman.
I said for the woman. I didn't say
Singular.
that. I said for the
You
woman.
said the woman.
Yeah,
The
I never
woman.
said that.
Yeah, that's singular.
The women.
Okay.
Not that woman.
I don't even know. I don't know. There's not
The
singular.
woman.
Whatever women that you were talking about in your thing, because obviously you don't want to bring men into it, is that, to put it in a nutshell for me, and you guys can definitely continue.
Why would I bring men to it if that was the topic?
I know that. That's what I'm clarifying. Okay. Is that based off, if you guys ever read the 4 Agreements, is that what you say about somebody is really about you? It's not really about that person. And so no matter how many things that you say or want to judge about somebody, it's really about you. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, whatever you say about anybody else, if they really, really take what you said and heed, then you did a great job for today and you made mission accomplished. But for the most part, they don't care. You're wasting more time worrying about what other people are doing, and you're not worrying about yourself. And that's the goal. We all have a path, we all have a vision, we all have a thing to do and purpose in life. If you're worrying about what everybody else is doing, that means you're not worrying about what you're doing. Y'all can go ahead. What? No, wait. Y'all don't have anything else to say they don't have anything else to say about
I said my piece about I can't be around people like that. Just to advance the conversation. That irks my soul.
Yeah, it's the time should be kept to a minimum. That anybody who's smart, any man who's smart, yeah. But on the contrary, like you said earlier, Gigi, when people have an emotional investment, it can make it difficult to just make that decision. But what I say makes it easier is, I believe everybody has, at the core, something in them that says like, yo, am I tripping? When you ask yourself, am I tripping, or is this, and if just to put it in a context, like if you're in a relationship or something, am I tripping? Is she,
Is she bugging?
Is she bugging?
Yeah, I get you.
If you don't do that and it's just more of a defensive thing, that's one thing. But to actually realize like, yo, this is really a issue. It's a thing. I need to remove myself from this situation. Anybody who does that, sometimes you gotta question, ask yourself, is this the right decision?
For sure.
And if you come up with that conclusion like, nah, it's not. They just leave.
Leaving ain't easy.
It is when you know that it's about, because I think that leaving is not hard. It's
it is.
No, it's staying gone. That's the problem.
No, leaving is hard.
Leaving is not hard, because even if you don't physically leave, you have checked out mentally or emotionally.
No.
Staying gone.
No. Leaving mentally and physically is difficult to do.
And that's staying gone.
I think it's staying gone. I think you can go. I think it's staying gone that's become the problem.
It's real common to play that game. You know that getting back together or
absolutely
expectations of getting back together.
I think staying gone is hard too, but I think the initial step of leaving is not easy to do.
Okay, and I'm gonna stop putting myself on this high horse. Like, yeah, oh my god, like I leave all the time. Like, no, I don't. Because I can understand what you're saying through experience, but I've also realized that there was moments where I know that there was times that I was supposed to leave, that I needed to leave. And now I'm in a space where there's no reason for me to stay. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm speaking for the me that's here and not the me that's then. I know that the me that's then would have found 700 reasons to stay and only dragging the idea to leave. Now that I'm in a space where I'm open to the idea that I know that tomorrow's not promised, Greg, I gotta leave. Go, Greg.
Yes, you will make the decision to leave.
Yes.
I don't have any
I will go. Even if I don't want to go. If I know it's conducive to me.
I know you will leave.
I will go.
But it's not going to be easy for you to do.
Yes, it's gonna be easy for him to do.
No,
It's staying gone is gonna be the problem.
It's gonna be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But it won't be easy for you to do.
Staying gone is gonna be the problem. If just because I don't want to leave and I know that I need to leave, already made my decision of what I have to do.
It's like saying, I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
I can't eat that cheeseburger.
Yes.
I don't want to eat that cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to eat the cheeseburger because I'm trying to stick to my diet. It is hard not to eat that cheeseburger.
Okay.
So it's hard to leave.
You're saying like the mental fight with
the
yourself?
the mental
it's staying
battle.
Gone. My thing is like, okay, the thing is when you're explaining that to me, is that like because I'm seeing it as you decided to stop eating the cheeseburger, right? But you're still not going back. So the problem is not you're not eating the cheeseburger again. Your problem is not ever eating the cheeseburger again. So
you're saying, I think what I'm getting that you're saying is that it's one act. Leaving and staying gone is one act.
No, because using your diet, right, comparison.
Because I think they're two different acts.
Okay, yeah, they are. To me, they are too.
And I think they're both hard to do.
Okay, I agree, but I think one is more than the other. Because you know you're supposed to stop eating the cheeseburger. So you stop.
Yeah.
You stop, okay? Cold turkey, you stop. You said, I'm not going to eat the cheeseburger no more. The problem is not going to eat the cheeseburger again. You've already stopped. Yeah. And so, yes, you can stop. I can leave. But it's the idea that I want to come back. That's the problem. So yes, leaving initially is the problem. But once you're able to leave, it's done.
This is a relative argument.
It's going back. It's the idea of wanting to go back, eating that cheeseburger again, realizing that all you think that you worked for, you could revert right back just by eating that cheeseburger.
The thing is, for me, I think going back will be easier to not do because I'm a prideful person at the end of the day. For me, the decision to leave, pride is a double-edged sword. Oh, God. Because my pride is the thing that's going to keep me from not wanting to leave so quick. For me, leaving is giving up.
Yeah, but then at the same time, if it's all about perspective, because leaving may not always be giving up. Depending on how you look at it, leaving could just be a reset, allowing you to come back. The reason why you can come back, or leaving can just be you not coming back. And so the idea of you wanting to leave, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you get to that point where you want to leave, that's a mental thing, an emotional thing. You have now realized that there's a possibility you might check out. Your pride has allowed you to say, I'm not checking out. I'm trying to be here. But you're gone, Greg. And you're here physically.
But because of all of the things you just laid out, that's why I think leaving is harder.
No, because my thing is that you've already left once you made the decision in your mind. Now it's just a physical thing.
I think
I
think you're not taking into account how hard it is mentally to check out.
I'm saying that, Greg. In the past, I can understand it because I feel like sometimes the way that we perpetuated love and the relationships that we were in is that leaving went against everything that we believed when we decided that we wanted to be in this type of relationship. And now as adults and having these experiences, we now know that toxicity and things that are not for us does not have to be settled on anymore. We can walk away. We don't have to think that this is the end all be all because we're supposed to be in love. So knowing that just takes in... Oh, I lost my train of thought. I don't want to do this anymore.
Just say, Greg, you're right.
You're not.
Dang.
Okay, I don't think that you're not right because that's your truth. I can't take that away from you, Greg.
Okay.
But I still lost the whole thought of it. Do you know what I was saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Can you tell me the gist of it?
You're saying that, if I had to sum up everything you were saying, you were saying that because we're in a space in 2022 as adults, we understand what's not for us. That should make the decision, that you realize that when you make the decision, that because you can realize like this situation is not for me, that should make your decision to leave easier. No. It's the staying gone part that's hard because it's like you keep going back, or the urge to keep going back. And I don't think that's difficult for me. I can stay gone.
Okay. I can understand what you're saying. I can stay gone too, Greg.
I know you can.
I could go.
But I think I don't know. I'm going to speak for you too. I think because of the person that you are, if you feel like you have found your person, like this is my person, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure that this is not it. That's why I need to leave. And I think in that process, it's going to be difficult to try to find all those negatives.
Difficult to find all those negatives.
Because you're not going to want to look at them.
Okay, so I think that everybody should have hard stops. You know, I think that going into it, I think you should have hard stops. I think there's always going to be gray areas in relationships. I get that. And as you develop and grow with your individual, you're going to learn things. I get that too. But there are hard stops. There's certain things that, as an individual, you will decide for yourself. Like I said, at this point, I feel like you learn that through experience. What is okay for you to move forward with and what's not okay for you to move forward with.
I 1000% agree.
And so knowing that now, I can better suit myself to decide that, yes, I may be in love with this person that I call my person, but he or they may have gone against this hard stop. Now, if I'm going to hold myself to that same value, I have to understand whether it's a hard truth or not. I need to walk away. It's for me, walking away is, I'm going to walk away.
I know you will.
But it's staying away. That's going to be my problem.
Because of physical?
No. To be completely honest, like I have like this, if I like something, I love something I like, it's like an obsessive kind of behavior. So it's kind of like breaking just a habit of just this, this safe space that I have. But I will wholeheartedly cut it off if I have to. It will hurt me, but I will cut it off. But I think it's just like you said, it's the process of going back to, I want to eat that cheeseburger. I miss that cheeseburger. The meat on the cheeseburger. Oh my gosh, is that a grass-fed cheeseburger? Was it made for me? Is that provolone on it? For me? Is that a brioche bun? Is that sourdough? For me, potato bread. And so, yeah.
Cheeseburgers.
But then I won't eat it.
I want a burger.
I'll just get a turkey burger.
It's nothing but them cheeseburgers.
I eat a turkey burger. You just find an alternative. And then you'll love something else eventually.
I'm cool on
but love yourself
burgers,
first. Homemade turkey burgers are amazing. I had an impossible burger, which was really, really good. And with curly fries. It was good. As long as you season it properly, amazing.
I've had a homemade black bean burger.
That's good too. Well, I had it at Smash Burger.
I heard those guys say it's crazy.
Yeah, your booty be dropping like it's hot when you're done too.
Had it out, in front of me. I was like,
so good.
Shout outs to it.
Them.
Yeah. All right. So coming in on cleanup again. Here we go. So
that's a choice.
I'm the choice. Say it. You know what, Gigi? For the next 30 seconds, I want you to give me praise. Now.
Craig.
So you think I would like to sit here for 30 seconds?
Yeah, I'm gonna just block it out.
Okay. Relationships. Is there any relationships that you regret?
Wow, that's what we decided to do.
Yes. Personally or professionally?
Is there any relationships that I regret? To all of those that are listening, no. I think all my relationships for me were great for the time that they were great. I poured into people, they poured into me. I poured into situations that poured into me that allowed me to be in different spaces that I'm in. And so I don't think I would take anything away from any of them, no matter how they turned out. Because they either opened doors or allowed me to be, not even allow me to be, give me a greater sense of myself and my experience with individuals. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
How about you, Mr. Rent-Money?
But there's this, just kidding. You know who you are. Just kidding.
I don't have any regrets.
No regrets?
None at all. Because every time I have I can think of something where someone would normally say they would regret it. There's always been some type of positive offset to the letdown. Like, I can think of countless times where that's been the case. So there's no regrets.
No regrets.
Like that.
No regrets.
I do.
Ooh.
Professional relationship.
Ooh.
I was it was with the professor I had in college. He was my editing teacher. And for those who don't know, I went to college to study film and with a concentration in editing. Because I think I'm a very, very good editor when it comes to video and stuff. So this teacher that I had, he was an editor like on television. Like he's the editor for damn, what's that damn show on CBS? It's one of them damn cop shows. And I just lost touch with him. Pause. That feels like a pause needed to be there.
No, I don't see that.
But like after that class was over, I never reached out to him again, and I feel like I lost the connection there.
Oh,
Why
so
do you
you saying
regret
you regret that you didn't take advantage of?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah,
that's not.
I thought that was. I don't see it that way. I thought you
No,
saw
that's
it
not a
more of like
regret.
a.
No,
No, that
you
was
guys, like
that
was a missed opportunity or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's
Like,
not a
I
regret.
feel like
I didn't take advantage of that relationship.
because I think regret is more.
I would have answered it totally different
Let
if you would have
me,
worded it
'cause
in a different way.
let me Google regret for you so I can.
Because I've had those before. Like I could think personally. I would have come up with an example of a couple people
You still can.
where
Let me give you. Can I
where
give
that I got you, but I could think of a couple examples where I've had a connection with someone in a professional relationship where when I think about it in retrospect,
hindsight? Yeah.
yo, what was I thinking by not keeping that connection? You know, like inviting me up to the office and just letting me be around the everyday life of his business.
That's why you regret you didn't take advantage of that
I
relationship.
did not take advantage. So now, if you would have worded in a different way,
Any relationships you regret personally or professionally.
So maybe I should have read the definition first.
My words make sense.
Okay, this is from the New Oxford Dictionary. It's feel sad, repentant, or disappointed over something that has happened or been done, especially a loss or missed opportunity. A noun is feeling a sense, sadness, or the same thing. An instance or cause of regret, used in polite formulas to express apology or sadness. Yeah, I was just thinking when you said regret, more of things like I would never wanted to meet this person ever again, or I never wanted to meet this person, or this person, I didn't want this person to be in my life. When I thought about regret, and I feel like everybody had to serve their purpose in my life, whether they're still here or whether they're not. That's why I didn't take away from that. But I do want you to please share your stories, Mr. Rent Money, on your missed opportunities, if you like.
Like label execs being very, very young, not even really understanding opportunity when it's right in front of my face. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Only because there not being any like monetary gain, and I wasn't really understanding what was really in front of me. So when if it would have been worded in a different way, I would have instantly thought about
My words
that.
make sense.
No, maybe if you would have said, have you ever had or thought of a time where you felt like you had a missed opportunity in life, I probably would have been able to answer it differently, right? Is that,
Yeah.
It would have been different than say like regret. Because even though I read it, I'm like, yes, I still thought of it in a way where it was just like, when I thought of regret was just, I don't think about missed opportunities. I didn't think about that initially.
Oh,
I saw it in like, and even when you thought about relationships, and when you're just like, I wish I never worked at this place, or like that would be my first.
The reason why I chose the word regret is because I genuinely regret not taking advantage of the relationship that I had with this dude, because that could have propelled my career to a whole different stratosphere.
But I also think that you're putting it into a different perspective, because also,
I mean, I'm doing great now still.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I think that there's no real regrets in life, because I think when we are ready for those opportunities that have been provided to us, whether we feel like they were missed opportunities or not, greatness have still been like brought upon us in different ways. You can still find this man if you wanted to. Even him, allow him to just let him know how you inspired him and where you are in your life, and maybe he even remembers you. You could still have that opportunity. God forbid, is he gone?
I don't know.
You have that.
I can.
You can. So the opportunity is not missed. And even for you, Mr. Rent Money, like, yes, maybe these people may not even be these same spaces, but if you are the person that I think that you are,
no,
and I know that you are,
the opportunity is missed because I don't want to do any of that stuff anymore.
You don't have to do any of those stuff, but you also understand.
But that was the purpose of the relationship that I wanted, though.
I want you to also just take into account that although those may not always be your aspirations, look at your travel to Ghana and where that has placed you. The idea that, yes, you may not on these TV sitcoms, but you're out here on a worldwide scale editing and making videos for individuals.
I don't disagree with any of that.
So what I'm saying
for me, it's like just exploring the thought of, what would have happened if I understood, like, why does he always pick you to hold his bag, or do this, or go pick up the all of the tools that the marketing team needs for the street team, just running errands. Like, specifically, not really understanding, like, usually when that's the case, when someone is singled out, that's the person who, when there's an opportunity, they get considered, because they were putting in the time, they were putting in the work and showing that the willingness to do it. Everyone else didn't get that. There were select ones who did get that. So just I think about it, like, what if I did understand what was going on, totally understand, where would I be? Not to say that I won't be able to obtain that level of success.
Yeah.
But
just the idea,
just the thought.
Idea. I understand.
If I would have understood it. So anybody who listen, if you have an opportunity, take advantage of the opportunity in a good way. Take advantage can be misconstrued, right? You can say take advantage of something and misuse it.
Do you remember you and I was walking to the park, and the church was like, we're giving away free meals.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not going in that junk.
Yeah.
And you went in there and came out with like barbecue chicken, like a full plate of food.
Yeah.
And you was like, see? Missed out on your opportunity. This food good, and you sitting there hungry. I was like, yo.
No, but even more importantly, I prayed for that food. That's the part you left out.
That's really good. Look at God. Won't he do it?
I prayed. I was like, yo, God, could you please feed us?
Dead ass.
And then we just hit, like, it wasn't like a couple steps. It just wasn't. We was mad young, just walking. I don't know where we was going, but we was just walking. Park.
It was at Mount Zion Church.
Okay, yeah, we was going to Lincoln Park, and I just said that, like, God, please, could you feed us? It just took a couple steps, and I smell barbecue. I'm like, yeah, this, because it's not just any food. This not somebody who's cooking at home or something. That's a hit and miss. But barbecue be hitting automatically. Like, so once I smelled it, I already knew what time it is. And this dude had mad pride. Like, nah, I don't want that. I'm like, you bucking. Like, this is an opportunity. God blessing me right now. You need to take this.
Came back out with a full plate of food.
I ate all of it, and then he had regretted it. He was like, yo, you ate? Yo, he was like, yo, G, can I have? Like, well, it's gone. It never happened, yo.
Dead ass, yo.
I told you. Should have got that.
Yeah,
it was a lot too.
I'm gonna let y'all have this. I'm good.
Yeah. That was the.
That's funny. I think I thought about that the other day.
Why?
Because I drove past there with my mom's.
Oh.
What's that school? 17, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we good?
I think so.
Yeah. I watch way too much TikTok. And Family Feud has the best TikToks. The question was, what is something that your wife would allow you to do on a Sunday after you've done everything she's asked you to do? The guy said, smash! It was the #1 answer.
It was? Yay. Shout outs to the wife that wants to still smash his husband.
That was hilarious. All right, y'all. Welcome to the end of the show. Thank you for being here with us for the past however long it's been. New Dialogue is just a time of show where we have many conversations about something that we found interesting during the week. Yeah. Anybody would like to start us off?
Rent Money Mondays.
Rent Money Mondays.
If you have a phone, I'm pretty sure you do. If you had a phone, a tablet, any device, any form of the internet, if you got a computer, I need you to just basically type Mr. Rent Money in. My information will pop up. You will see all forms of the ways you can listen to my music, whether it be on Spotify, Apple Music, and it's a array or Google Play. I need y'all to stream, get them streams up right now. Listen to Let It Be, Butterfly.
I love that song.
Butterflies don't fly
I did.
in the rain.
Let's Talk. Check it out. Oh, You Did for the Jersey Club remix. Check it out.
Nice. Rent Money Mondays. Check it out. That's on Mondays, but you can stream it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays, Sundays. And then tune in back to Rent Money Mondays for the new joint. See how I did that?
I like that.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have two things for New Dialogue. The first thing is that for anyone that has student loans, don't forget to do the application.
Go 2 seconds.
On to, make sure you fill that out. You have until December 31st, 2023. Get that money. Where we live, they don't give out free money like that. So get it where you live it. All right, and be great. Now, for you guys, I want to say that you have to make under 125. So if you're making 125, I guess you gotta finish pay your student loans. All right. Well, that's my New Dialogue. That's the first one, and the second one is I like books, and because my life is the way my life is, I tapped into Audible. So a lot of the books that I would usually have on hand, I download them. And although I buy a lot of books, and there's a lot of books that I still have to read in my library, there's books that I go back to. And right now I'm rereading the book The Alchemist. I'm not sure if you guys ever read that book. You? Paul. Yes.
I read it a while ago.
I was gonna say yes. Paul Coelho.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. He also read. He also did a book called 11 Minutes. That's one of my books
I was
too.
just thinking about that book the other day.
11 Minutes or The Alchemist?
No, The Alchemist.
The Alchemist. And I read it before too, and I just started rereading it again. There's a lot of books that I have that, in certain places in my life where I would just kind of just reread because it gave me just a sense. I like books like this. I'm recommending it to anyone. It's a short read. It's not very long. It's about a journey of a shepherd boy, and just everywhere that he has been, he built a skill set, a mindset. It's kind of like a Mamba mentality where he's just every place he was getting, he was allowing greatness to be there. He flourished and he just kind of excelled and he kept moving forward, and he took all his gifts and his talents and he went back home with it, and realizing that when he thought he didn't know what his purpose was at the end of his journey, he has now learned his purpose. It's just a dope read. Just kind of like resetting if you are feeling down, or you just kind of needed a motivation, or just kind of want to continue your motivation and just remind yourself that like there is a purpose for you. To tap into that book. I enjoy it. I'm still rereading it right now, and yeah, that's it.
Dope. The Alchemist, people. Go get it at your nearest Amazon bookstore. My new dialogue is, yo, this beat is fire. Yo, go vote. These are the important elections, people. Not the presidential one. This is the important ones. The people who are actually going to be sitting in these seats, making these laws that we all either like or complain. But don't come out here and complain and say you didn't vote, because you're just a hypocrite. You had the opportunity to make change, and you decided not to. So go sit your ass down. So everybody, go vote. This is the important elections. These are the important ones.
Here's a random predicament. If Kanye West and Donald Trump were head-to-head, pause, in the debate, which one you voting for?
Donald Trump.
None.
Oh, that you just wouldn't vote at all?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm probably not going.
I am voting Donald Trump. I feel like
I will vote for Kanye West.
I feel like that's funny. I want to know why in a second.
Okay.
But if you don't vote, then you have given away your power to make sure anarchy doesn't happen.
Doesn't take away that it will happen anyway.
It does, because the less of the two evils. There's always a choice to make.
My thing is that like in that situation, I've honestly just decide to give up on any of my beliefs at that point. And so if I'm either just deciding either lesser evils, I also have the right not to vote this year if that's the case.
I feel you. No, I mean I don't feel you. I understand what you're saying.
In that scenario, but that's my right. I don't have to choose in that scenario. We just seen him just go off on a rant, and we see old boy going through court cases. Like he's getting indicted. Like what are you doing? I don't.
The reason why I would vote for Kanye West in that predicament is because we've seen all different types of people in particular. We've seen various white men in office as president over and over, time and time again, throughout all different types of madness in the history of America. Slaves being legal, and black slaves being legal in America. Everything, apartheid, the separation of white people and black people, and being treated unfair if you live over here and treat it okay if you live over there. If I believe it's no different, that there would be a different, there's no different from a Trump being in office in the sense of a personality that people don't like. A lot of people don't like it. It rubs a lot of people the wrong way. The way Donald Trump delivers what he says, and he's outwardly being racist toward not only black people but Mexican people as well, Hispanic people. So I'll just say that broadly. If Kanye West was in office, I believe he's still within the confines of what a president is able to accomplish anyway. It's not like if Kanye West is in office as president, he is the person making all of the decisions for America. It's not just he's the face. Yes, he's the face, and he has a lot of call and say so. But broadly, and what's actually going on, there's people who he has to talk to. Mm-hmm. There's people who he has to talk to, and to keep him in line.
Yeah.
So it's I don't believe it would be the same exact Kanye West that. Yes, Kanye West is going to be Kanye West for sure. He going to do something that, is, unpredictable. You ain't expected. Mm-hmm. But then again, if you listen to a Donald Trump in office, nobody ever seen nothing like that. That's also unpredictable. For sure. These random acts that you see him spewing that go viral on the internet, that would be no different from what Kanye West would be doing. But still, Donald Trump still had to show up at the conference on time and read certain. Well, I can't say read certain things.
Nothing.
He was freestyling
most of the time.
But this is the thing. Here's another thing. I would say the similarities between Kanye West and Donald Trump would be that they don't need anyone to fund their campaign. So they'll have
spoke the way he spoke.
Yeah, they have a different type of goal, mm-hmm. And they'll be able to move heavy, and talk crazy. Yes, so he would be talking crazy, but as far as Kanye West talking crazy right now, but from a moral standpoint, I would definitely trust that Kanye West over the likes of Donald Trump would have my best interests at hand.
Not me. I love Kanye, but nah, that's not for me.
Anything else for your new dialogue?
Nah, just go out and vote, people. These are the elections that mean the most.
All right. Well, thank you so much for making it this far, friends, family, loved ones, co-workers. And with that being said, Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Sure. Listen, people. I'm alive and I'm okay. I just gotta stay away from social media.
Some people be looking for you, Greg.
Listen, I'm okay. You can find me here every Tuesday at 8 a.m., sometimes 10, depending on the day. And just know that I'm alright.
Or you can text them at 551-35.
Nah, you want my number. You can get my number. You know. You know. But follow the pod at justaconvo_pod on
Just a
Twitter
convo
and
underscore
Instagram,
pod.
and hit the link tree and all that goodness.
Just a convo underscore pod. And Mr. Rent Money, you want to let them know how they can find you?
So you own a cell phone, you own a tablet, you own a device. I need you to pick it up right now and go to Google. Hit the search engine and type in Mr. Rent Money right now. Type in Mr. Rent Money right now. When you type in Mr. Rent Money, after that I want you to hit the search key. And then you will see the link to everything that is associated to not only me, Mr. Rent Money, but the podcast, Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi. Thank you. You know how I do.
I come through. So, okay, and my amazing individuals, you can find me on Twitter at GCarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. If you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you woke up and got some today, or you woke up and you didn't get any today, I want you to know that we want you to go be great. Gigi.